Hello, today we are going to talk about the 3 simple rules to invest like Warren Buffett and 4 categories each with 7 best stocks. Because of the high returns that his company Berkshire Hathaway has received from the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett is regarded as one of the greatest investors of all time. BRKA, NYSE. BRKB over time. In order to maximize gains while minimizing risks, Buffett employs a disciplined strategy and has established rules. A look at some of Buffett's investing tenets is provided here. Own stocks for long haul. Buy and hold stocks is one of Warren Buffett's guiding principles for investing. When Buffett was 11 years old, he paid $38 per share for his first stock. Buffett made a profit on his investment by selling the stock at $40. Later, the share would reach over $200, and he says that's when he learned to be patient when investing. Don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes if you aren't thinking about owning a stock for 10 years. Coca-Cola shares were purchased by Buffett, which was one of his biggest holdings in 1988. He has stated, "Our favorite holding period is forever." Purchase what you know. As a fan and consumer of Coca-Cola, Buffett invested in the company. When Buffett started studying under the well-known investor Benjamin Graham, he wanted to know more about the Geico company that Graham was the chairman of. A janitor allowed Buffett into the Geico headquarters via train. Buffett met with Lorimer Davison, the only employee that day, for a meeting. Davison, who would go on to become the CEO of Geico, gave Buffett the answers to his questions and the information he needed to invest in the insurance company later. Purchase shares at reasonable costs. Buffett advises investing in profitable businesses with reasonable valuations. According to Buffett's principles, you should invest in businesses with easy-to-understand business models, proven earnings, and an economic moat. Never put your money into a company you don't understand. Buffett made an investment in Apple Inc. in 2016, after years of avoiding the technology industry. Apple's business, in his opinion, was the best in the world, and the price was right to start a position, according to Buffett. As of right now, Berkshire Hathaway's portfolio has Apple as its most valuable stock holding. Even though Buffett's investment philosophy is to buy and hold stocks forever, he is willing to sell them if their valuations are out of line with his projections for the future. In early 2020, during the pandemic, Buffett sold airline stocks, an industry he had avoided for years because it was unprofitable. Buffett was of the opinion that there might be an oversupply of aircraft, and that the airline industry's recovery would take years. Now I will present to you best stocks for end of this year by categories. For each of these 4 categories, here are best 7 stocks. Category 1: Dividend. Presently, dividend stocks offer numerous reasons for optimism. It appears that the Federal Reserve is prepared to slow down the rate at which it raises interest rates. Nonetheless, the economy is not expanding at all, if at all. Additionally, inflation remains a problem. As a result, a lot of investors might be looking for the best dividend stocks with the highest level of stability. These 7 dividend stocks with high yields might be a good fit for those investors. They have the potential to provide substantial income that will assist investors in coping with inflation. Therefore, without further ado, let's get started on this list of the best dividend stocks to purchase in November. Private specializes in annuities and life insurance. The NYSE Invesco Preferred ETFs. The preferred stocks of large banks make up 9 of PGX's largest holdings. JP Morgan Chase & Company. Morgan Stanley, one of JPM's biggest and most well-known rivals, has implicitly endorsed JPM. The Southern Company SO is a monopoly that has very stable cash flows and very little chance of going bankrupt. Icahn Enterprises IEP. IBM. Brookfield Renewable Partners. Category 2: Retail stocks. Given the dramatic market and global economy fluctuations caused by macro headwinds, it is not surprising that some of the best retail stocks to buy right now suffered. In fact, consumers today have a greater incentive to close their wallets, whether we're talking about increased inflation or a possible rise in deflation. However, it could be a big mistake to completely disregard retail stocks. Point one thing is that people need to buy various things. The majority of these will cover consumer staples, but a few will also cover discretionary purchases. Therefore, retail stocks that alleviate the suffering of customers ought to be at the top of your list. Additionally, during the holiday season, a few speculative ideas might be able to surprise some investors. Therefore, the retail stocks listed below can help you weather the winter freeze if you're willing to take some chances. Costco. 5 below. Alias Bargain Outlet. Dollar General. Dollarama. Target. CarMax. Category 3, Technology Stocks. Although technology stocks were one of the worst hit sectors during the downturn that was 2022, a few of these tech stocks to buy could make a surprising comeback in December. For instance, the Nasdaq Composite, which is focused on technology, gained 3% in the preceding month. That is, of course, not a performance that merits praise. In addition, it demonstrates that the tech stock market's sharp losses have been temporarily halted. Now, the industry must achieve significant successes that may improve investor sentiment. Who knows what might transpire next? I'm going to concentrate on undervalued tech stocks for this list. These market concepts, which largely go unnoticed, possess the necessary ingredients for significant shifts. Relevant businesses, relatively solid financials, and a dash of underdog vigor are all present. Kulicki & Soffa. Silicon Motion Technology. CoreCard. Skyworks Solutions. Lam Research. Cirrus Logic. Sapiens International. Category 4 Any stocks. The war between Russia and Ukraine is unquestionably one of the energy industry's greatest challenges after nearly a month of conflict. Additionally, OPEC+'s announced reductions in oil production further restricted supply, increasing demand and prices. We are also finding a lot of attractive opportunities and energy stocks to buy due to scarcity and cuts in outflow. The Federal Reserve's efforts to tighten monetary policy may be the primary cause of concern for investors in energy stocks. By raising benchmark interest rates, the bank intends to address the high inflation rates. In addition, the demand for energy resources and commodities associated with them will likely be impacted by the ongoing rise in interest rates. Oil prices fell for the first time as a result of the pandemic, forcing energy producers to cut back on spending. Additionally, energy companies were able to profit from the rising oil price environment thanks to the subsequent deleveraging. Cheniere Energy. Southwestern Energy. Enphase Energy. NewScale Power. ConocoPhillips. Valero Energy. Chevron. These are the stocks you can depend on in this uncertain market for the end of 2022. Thank you for watching. For more financial news and info, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons.